Communication. One of the biggest things that I always talk with Spanish class is that we want to be able to talk in the language, right? We don't want to be able to just fill out a worksheet or write something. No, I want to be able to communicate. Can I leave here and can I go into a restaurant and order in a Spanish-speaking country? So communication is one of the biggest things that we emphasize in our Spanish program. One of the easiest evidence is that we communicate fully in Spanish. And, sometimes we'll tease each other because maybe they picked up a different accent, right? Because I try to teach them a very neutral Spanish, but they probably spent some time in Argentina or Peru, as I just run into a couple of students, and they speak with a bit of an accent. And they know it, and we know it. And but more important is that they're fluent in the language, and they continue with it as well. So one of the neat things here at LaZerte is that we have all these languages, but we pretend that we only speak Spanish when we're in the Spanish classroom. We have all these languages here in the school, and so everybody brings in a little bit of their own language when we are learning Spanish. And they say, oh, this word is the same in Punjabi or in Arabic and so on. And so we all contribute a little bit, and we make personal relations, personal connections to those things outside of our school. One of the challenges that we have when we speak the language is body language, right? Spanish speakers tend to use a lot of their arms, and sometimes we're very loud. Sometimes, so we miss a little bit of that because through a camera, it's a bit difficult to read it. And the other part that we struggle with online is that we can't hear very well, and so we're not sure if we're mishearing or if you're mispronouncing. So that creates a bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge that it's not that bad because at the end of the day we tend to practice it a couple more times, and hopefully it helps us in the end. Some of the things that we do in the classroom, of course, involve food, involve hands-on activities, sharing, and being a little bit not necessarily up close and personal, but really having that conversation face to face is a big deal when we are learning the language. And so I'm looking forward to when we can actually sit and talk to each other a little bit more freely and do some of those fun cultural activities. Why LaZerte for me? As you can tell, my English is not my first language, but I came here many years ago and I lived 2 blocks from LaZerte. And I have lived in the community my entire life, and I enjoy the diversity that Northeast Edmonton has, and I am very proud of working here. This is my one and only school. I have not worked at any other school, and I just enjoy it so much.